Clearly, we live in a digital era, and this has been more and more the case in the last 20 years. Not to mention the acceleration that the use and reach of internet has received in this last year and a half throughout the COVID pandemic. We all became acquainted with many forms and many tools which we could have ignored before in learning, e-learning, in medicine and telehealth, and of course in the remote working methods we became familiar with. Now, the Internet is so pervasive and so intertwined with our everyday life in the Western world that we easily forget that not everybody has this opportunity. The digital divide is very big, it remains very high, even though it has been reduced throughout the pandemic because there was a surge in the use of the Internet. Nevertheless, there are still 2.9 billion people who are unconnected, and 96% of these people live in developing countries, and the majority of them are women. So these are issues we have to address, and we have to do that in a fair way, in a way which bridges, of course, all these divides. Having said all this, I remain an optimist for a number of reasons. First of all, because the Internet has served us well. We have tested and used, and the resilience of the system was very clear. So we have opportunities, but there are many risks at the same time. The Internet, after all, and the digital tools are just that, they are tools. So the use or misuse which can be done is a concern. Cyber attacks, other violation of human rights may occur through the use of the Internet. Young people can be very subject to abuse, and so we really need to address all this. How to do that? The best way is to have a global community working together. It includes the member states of the UN and the governments and the policymakers, but it has also to bring in the scientific community, the civil society, and the companies, of course, who operate in the sector. The United Nations Secretary General has indicated a number of actions which would be helpful through a document called the Roadmap for Digital Cooperation. And more recently, in September, he also issued a document called Our Common Agenda, with a very good indication on the main principles, the key elements of a digital global compact, which the UN would like to promote and call everybody to contribute to it.